comments from Mark Ring. Mark was at our main match yesterday, Pontypool Park. Must have been an interesting afternoon for you.
Certainly was. Initial problems getting into the ground. At one stage I was trying to climb over the fence when I was collared by two policemen. Unfortunately, it took me back in and made me watch the rest of the match.
But I take it, though, that the reception, it could have been a tricky day, but the reception was pretty good, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. I bumped in.
First, Pontypool Hall. The commentary, Gareth Charles.
That's the attacking position for Cardiff. Looks outside, Adrian Davies is there, but what a good try. Perfect ball from the pack. More, and excellent support from Adrian. Owen Williams' pick-up, and the dummy from Andy Moore is the thing that gave him that extra bit of space, and wisely taking out the man and giving a simple scoring pass to Adrian Davies. Williams again to Moore, and again Moore through the gap. That's the second time in quick succession. This time is to chip ahead for the corner, but it's just too long from the scrum half. Well, deja vu immediately. That's the move that brought them the try, and again it's that Williams-Moore combination that's causing problems in the Pontypool defence. Charlie Faulkner, a former Pontypool favourite, now with Terry Holmes, part of the coaching staff at Cardiff. Again, the Pontypool pack under tremendous pressure, and that comes back against the head. Paul Free with a long pass to Simon Hill, and Simon Hill is clean through. Well, things are looking very ominous indeed for Pontypool. Just 10 minutes played, and that's the second Cardiff try. The Pontypool pack going back at a rate of knots, and the blind side being utilised to the full extent by Cardiff. Floated pass, giving acres of space for Simon Hill, and the international winger back to full fitness. There's Paul Free coming up with the blind side, has a choice of two, and the pass in front of the man, putting him in the space, and Hill finishing as you'd expect. That's the option waiting for Pontypool. But this bad ball from the scrum, and Wayne Morris can do nothing to it. Here's a chance for Cardiff from deep. Hill screaming for the ball outside Hemi Taylor, but the captain hadn't seen him. Look back inside to Owen Williams, when the other option would surely have brought a length of the field try. It's bad ball from the scrum. Morris under pressure, Moore doing well. Good support from Hemi Taylor, but just look at Simon Hill outside him, and that short pass behind the man would have put the wing clear. But Taylor looked back inside, and Owen Williams knocking on. Gareth Kirkup, the Pontypool number 8, linking up with John Short. And that's hooker Jason Thomas, making a lot of ground into the Cardiff 22. Still on for Pontypool, with the pass to nobody in particular. And no advantage coming to Pontypool. Cardiff offside, and it'll be a possible shot at goal for Pontypool. And it's Mark Taylor with that penalty, and the Wales centre gets the home side's first points. Taylor taking over the kicking duties in the absence of a recognised kicker, and his first effort not too bad at all. John Humphreys looking for and finding Owen Williams. Good pass back inside. It's Andrew Lewis, the prop, setting it up to Vince Davies. Needs support a bit quicker than that. It's still on though for Cardiff. They can just drive off those straggling Pontypool forwards, and here it comes. More to the blind side. Paul Free again with that flick back inside. Adrian Davies making the most of it this time. Humphreys burrowing in for it. Moore waits. He gets taken in. Owen Williams has it. Just a metre or two short. Derwyn Jones gets dumped back in the tackle, but it's still on as Andy Moore probes the blind side. Adrian Davies almost reaches. Offside against Pontypool. Desperate defence from Pontypool. Caught them fringing, and Cardiff take it quickly through Owen Williams. Adam Palfrey. Lee Jones with the tackle. Vince Davies again takes it on. Almost reaches the line. Andy Moore can see it. Now he has it. to Geraint John. Chris John, Steve Ford, Ford just about reaches the line, and the try is given. It had to come. It had to come in the end. Such was the pressure from Cardiff. They tried it a couple of times on the left, and when they switched right, Steve Ford got there. Intention was pretty obvious. It was a matter of whether they could complete it, and the dancing Steve Ford did just that. Adrian Davies' speculative kick downfield, indeed amounting to nothing. It was more a pressure relieving kick than anything. Broken play, nothing on, so just put it downfield and let Pontypool do the work from a defensive position. Mark Taylor taking as much pressure off David Lynch as possible, as well as taking the pace kicks, taking the drops out as well. Andy Moore, there's a big gap for him there again. Looks both ways. There's Steve Ford. Ford looking for his second try in as many minutes, and he gets it. Well, there's no stopping Cardiff at the moment, and there's no stopping particularly Andy Moore and this man Steve Ford. It didn't look the best of ball, but a rather lucky break as the ball falls for Owain Williams. And Andy Moore, although he's had some strapping on that left thigh, nothing at all wrong with his running. Looks intelligently both ways to see what the best choice is, and that choice is Steve Ford. Plenty of men on hand again for Cardiff. On halfway, John Humphreys, the hooker, gains the extra 5 yards. Tied in slightly, but it's there now for Moore to Adrian Davies. Geraint John in midfield to 2-try scorer Steve Ford. Ford past his man up to the 22, and here comes a third. A hat-trick in ridiculously short space of time for Steve Ford. And it's all one-way traffic at the moment. It's all so easy. Cardiff full of running. Again, they look to spread the ball wide. Ford past his man, jinks back inside the other winger, too quick for the fullback, and with a line begging, Stephen Ford reaches it yet again. Owain Williams back inside to Vince Davies, and there's massive holes in the Pontypool defence, and it's Derwyn Jones who goes cantering over, just about reaching the line, and he needed all that 6'10" of his to reach it, and he's delighted with that. High fives from John Humphreys, congratulations from Steve Ford, and Big Derwyn enjoyed that. Again, fine work off the base of the scrum by Owain Williams. Good support from Vince Davies. Both second rows up quickly out of the scrum. Stuart Roy first on hand, and the partnership isn't just about line-outs, it's about supporting each other in the loose as well. And look at that determination. I'm gonna get there. And that's the only consolation Pontypool fans are getting so far this afternoon. A burger and a cup of tea. Nice break by Lynch, and a good pass as well. That's short on hand from Lee Jones. Jim Ridley to Blethyn Taylor, and there's good support all round from Pontypool. Lovely work. Darren Crimmins, the loose head prop, tackled by the former Pontypool player Vince Davies, just a couple of metres short. The support just a bit too slow in arriving, and Cardiff killing the ball on the floor. But at last, the Pontypool fans have something to cheer about. Another yard or two of pace, and he may well have got there. What kind of move can Pontypool conjure here? Gareth Kirkup is the one setting it up. That's Chamberlain, almost reaching the line. And it's back to Wayne Morris. Morris looking for the line himself, and has got there. And Pontypool deserved that. The move that got them so close showed fine support, and the skipper manages a smile. The ball originally set up by Gareth Kirkup, and Wayne Morris ducking and weaving and just reaching the try line. The Cardiff defence trying to fan out to cover the danger, but Morris was determined to get there. Well, two slightly worried men maybe. Chairman John Perkins, coach Bobby Windsor. But they can still manage half a smile. Stuart Roy. Moore goes for the break. Andrew Lewis. Lewis still holds on to it to Ford. Owain Williams turns, tries to offer it to his forwards. They're there as well. Lyndon Mustoe shrugs off the high tackle. Moore looks wide. Humphreys goes the straight route. Head down charge. That's the 22. This time they'll spread it. Geraint John, Chris John in the line. 2 against 2. And Chris John doesn't need the support of Simon Hill. Another fine try from Cardiff. Forwards and backs showing the way the game should be played. Copybook passing by Cardiff in midfield. Geraint John with a short pass to Chris John, and while Armstrong keeps an eye on Simon Hill outside, Chris John just steps inside and waltzes over. John again to attack from deep. The long raking kick down the left-hand flank, taken by Sean White. Cardiff want to get on with this game. They want to run in as many tries as they can. Simon Hill evades the tackle as well, and there's a huge gap that's opened up for him. John Humphreys on hand, so is Chris John, and John will canter home for his second try, and Cardiff's 8th. Simon Hill evading defenders left, right and centre, and choosing the right option. And John Humphreys, the link man to Chris John, and that's the try that brings up exactly 50 points. Derwyn Jones feeling a bit of a hamstring twinge there. That's the Welsh team doctor, Roger Evans, who has a look at him. And with the international to come at Murrayfield next week, the sensible thing to do is to rest that hand and allow John Wakeford, wearing 21, to come on instead. That's well robbed by Owain Williams. And luckily for Pontypool, Lyndon Mustoe tripped. But it's still on for Cardiff, attacking the Pontypool blind side. That's another one for Ford to chase. Can he control it? Yes, indeed he can. 4 tries for Steve Ford. And just as happened in the first half, they're coming thick and fast in the second. A huge number of men over, and Adrian Davies with a little bit of variation chooses the grubber kick, and Steve Ford showing his speed, showing his soccer skills as well. Try number 4 for him. It's a good pass from Moore, although Palfrey wasn't quite expecting it. Adrian Davies. Taylor again is the man in with a tackle. But again, the second phase is Cardiff's. Moore to Ford, back inside to Andrew Lewis, and it's the loose head prop who's going to score yet another try. Andrew Lewis playing as Mike Griffiths rests before the international next week and making the most of the opportunity. Adrian Davies keeping the ball alive in the tackle. Vince Davies is the man to release it. And Moore, although there's not too much space on that open side, Ford wisely looking back inside, and Andrew Lewis with the way open for him. Well, Hemi Taylor came off against England last Saturday, and I think the Pontypool crowd feel there's a similar injury responsible for the Cardiff captain leaving the field today. Roger Evans, the doctor, had a look at his knee. Cardiff will look to get the shove on near the Pontypool line. They do so, but Gareth Kirker picks up to try and create space for Wayne Morris. But again, the pressure is too much for the scrum half. Chris John this time says he doesn't want the scissors with Steve Ford. Wants men outside him in the far corner. So far he doesn't need them as he's still running. Lynch with a tackle on the 22. Owain Williams to Adrian Davies. Simon Hill is in the centre position, and on the left wing from the right wing is Steve Ford, and what an afternoon it is for him. 5 tries for Steve Ford. Incredible stuff. It was again the run from fullback Chris John which set it up. Owain Williams sensibly looking to the open spaces. Simon Hill with the injection of pace in midfield floats the pass out, and Cardiff's 11th try is Steve Ford's 5th. Again, Davies succeeds with a conversion, and that brings Cardiff up to 69 points. Owain Williams in the scrum half role, Simon Hill in the centre role, and right wing Steve Ford as a left wing. And Pontypool can do nothing at all to stop Cardiff from crossing time and time again.
Well, 11 tries conceded, Mark, 69 points to 10, a terrible scoreline to read in the papers today, but how would that result have impacted on Pontypool?
Well, it's a highly significant result, of course, for more reasons than one. I've been on the end of a few drubbings from Pontypool against Cardiff, particularly at the Cardiff Arms Park, but it's not often you see a side come into Pontypool Park and winning by that bigger scoreline.
If there was a moment in that game which would sort of sum up the demise of Pontypool, what would it be?
Well, there was one moment in particular which Bobby Windsor and Perky would be cringing at, you know, his particular scrimmage. It's a Pontypool put in deep in their own 25, and that drive there is immense. You got Pontypool all on the back foot. Obviously the backs are going backwards as well, and the ball is quickly released then by Andy Moore in an attacking blindside move. Adam Palfrey does exceptionally well, timing his pass for Simon Hill to come on a great angle and go round unopposed, really.
See, not so many years ago, something like that, a Pontypool scrimmage going backwards, just would never have happened, would it?
No, I mean, it's, you know, everybody knows the strength of Pontypool's forward game over the years, and it's a sad time, you know, to see something like that.
So what effect does a drubbing like that, and I know you've been involved yourself, but I mean, Mark Taylor, for instance, Ashel, he was involved. What effect does it have on him?
That's right, a very young man with a great talent, and it must have an immense effect on his confidence. I know from my personal point of view that I've had sort of Sunday lunch arranged, if you like, and I haven't wanted to go out on a Sunday and face anybody, really. And that's not good news for someone, you know, with a development talent like Mark's.
So you could see a situation where someone like Mark Taylor leaves, but that's been a problem with Pontypool, hasn't it? Because they've lost good players. Richard Goody, Kevin Mosley, Garen Jenkins, Lyndon Mustoe. Good players leaving the club. Why? Yeah,
they're all quality players. I mean, Garen Jenkins, you would say, is world class. And really, that's so much experience to go out of a team in such a short time. And unfortunately, the youngsters have been left behind to carry on their work at Pontypool.
But youngsters are coming through, but by contrast, if you had to look at someone like Andrew Lewis for Cardiff, for instance, I mean, here's a young lad making his way in the game, and he's doing very well. Why aren't the youngsters doing it at Pontypool? This is Andrew Lewis, Mark.
Well, both Chris John and Andrew Lewis had fabulous games yesterday, and Andy Moore is setting up another attack here, and he shows his mobility really and his pace. This is the modern-day prop on the charge, and I mean, that wasn't just his first run of the game. That culminated in a great try for him, and that was his third or fourth 20-metre run.
Mark, you mentioned somebody just there, Bobby Windsor. It's not just the young players at Pontypool who are finding it tough. What about somebody like Bobby? I mean, there can't be a better illustration of the great divide in Welsh rugby than Bobby Windsor at Pontypool Park, with what he's got to work with, and Alec Evans at Cardiff.
Well, you can make a clear comparison, can't you, really? I mean, Alec has got a full-time job at Cardiff, and the training sessions, there's not a minute wasted, really, when you come to training sessions. And, of course, Bobby Windsor's got a 9-to-5 job and a young family. And, I mean, if he has a row with the missus, I think he'll take it on the players on the training session.
But he's standing down, though, isn't he? Is he not enjoying it?
Obviously not. I mean, he's been around a long time, and, you know, it's bound to take its toll at the end of the day.
So is he having a problem with setting up sessions, organising sessions, this type of thing?
Yeah, well, I mean, this is typical of one of the problems that he's got. You can see there, every schoolboy would know it's Cardiff scrum, and the Pontypool defensive back line can stand a lot closer. There's Adrian Davies, and he's about to exploit.
That's just elemental.
Bobby's got enough problems getting the forwards to win some worthwhile possession, really, not to mention the problems with the three-quarters.
So, Mark, is the Cardiff Rugby Club model the way to go? A chief executive, a salaried coach, people from outside? Is that the model that other clubs like Pontypool must now copy? That's
right. I mean, well, Cardiff in particular, I think they've got in place a plan, you know, for the advent of a European league almost, not to mention the Anglo-Welsh League. You know, Pontypool will have to rely on sponsors, and they'll certainly have to market their own club really to attract more experienced players, which will allow the younger players to develop more quickly.
Okay.